Aloha guys, welcome to season 2 of Perfect the Craft. I'm good, who can? Okay? I'm 280 pounds, man, okay? I need a big target. Okay, so help your Cody out. Give yourself a big target. Aloha! Andy Hung from Dojo Outfitters. Welcome to another episode of Perfect the Craft. I'm here today with my older brother, Mustache Lou. Sensei Mustache Lou of Portland Judo. And today we're going to be going over 3 things that you could do to improve your Morote Seoi Nage. Okay? Now, Morote Seoi Nage is a widely popular judo throw. I believe that you could argue that it's used across every weight category from
Probably
48
one of the top throws.
Top throws from 48 kilo women to 100 plus men. So we want to go over 3 things that you could do to help improve your Morote Seoi Nage. It looks like this. So go to your dojo or your local sports store, pick up some cones like this, okay? You just need 2 of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to use these cones to kind of give us some visual cues to help the angles of our Morote Seoi Nage, okay? First, grab the best uke that you have at the dojo. You know, in our case, good tori too, but also excellent uke, Sensei Louis, okay? He's going to give me a nice wide base. Okay, I'm gonna get the first cone. I'm gonna drop it kind of like a triangle behind Sensei Louis here. So 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, right? Nice angle. This is a visual cue here, okay? The second cone, from the lapel foot, I'm gonna place the second cone 2 or 3 feet in front of that foot, okay? And now my angles are ready to kind of help visualize my Morote Seoi Nage, okay? So we get our grip. Get a nice sleeve grip here, nice and low, right? And I like to go a nice low collar grip for Morote Seoi Nage. So maybe my fist is right on his chest. I'm gonna grab that grip there, okay? Now the first cone, the reason why it's behind, anything that we could do for Morote Seoi Nage is to get our uke walking forward, okay? And because Morote Seoi Nage is a forward throw, if I get my uke moving in the direction of the throw, right? When I come in, okay? It's gonna be a lot easier to send the uke in the direction of the throw, okay? So incorporating some moving uchikomi into your Morote Seoi Nage uchikomi will improve it a lot. Okay? A good way to start, right? Get a nice low sleeve grip, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this uke from taking a step, right, with his sleeve leg. And that's a good way to kind of just start this motion, okay? We didn't talk about the lapel hand yet, but just to get the sleeve hand moving, that's gonna kind of cue up your footwork, okay? And if you notice that Sensei Louis here, when I take a step back, I pull my sleeve hand, and then sleeve foot comes forward. Okay? And notice how it's on the same track as me. So when my lapel hand moves, foot moves, we get this nice motion and being fluid here. Okay? So make sure you grab a good uke at your dojo. Okay? Now that we got the uke moving in the direction of the throw, okay, we can get a nice count going. So maybe every 3, I'll come in for a Morote Seoi Nage uchikomi. So starting with 1, 2, on 3, I take a nice back step, and I come in for a Morote Seoi Nage. Again, nice and low, right? Sleeve hand, nice and tight here, elbow getting some friction here. Control your exit, come up, and then we'll go again. 1, 2, 3. Okay? What I really want you to focus on at home or at your dojo, okay? Control your exit of your uchikomi. Meaning, I don't want you to fall down every time, okay? You have to control your body. 1, 2, don't do this. And fall and crumble every time, okay? Don't do that. I want you to control your exit, control your body for the full uchikomi. So, when I come in, 1, 2, I stick that landing, 3. Okay. A good way to chest, if you have that landing nice and stuck, you should be able to kind of hold this position, maybe count to 3 seconds, ich-ni-san, and then get a nice easy throw. You see that? I decided when to leave the uchikomi. I didn't fall out of the uchikomi. Okay? Last one. 1, 2, 3, ich, ni, san. Okay? We're developing forward momentum with our uke, and we're making sure that we could control the exit of the uchikomi. Okay? Try those tips. Sensei Louis here is that where I'm visually going to imagine the line of this throw existing. Okay? It's existing at a downward angle behind the uke. Okay? And when I kind of enter the technique with this angle in mind, okay, it helps me get low from step number 1, because that's the visual line I'm trying to get to. And step number 2, I'm going to get even lower and try and get my tailbone to touch that cone. So when we're aiming for that back cone, okay, look how far my hips get underneath my partner here, okay? When I come in, I take a cross step, I off balance, and look how low I get my butt to touch that cone. Here. Okay? You can see that I have that nice control. If using the hands is kind of difficult in the beginning, just take the hands away from the equation. Okay? I just work on stepping in. Step number 1, I already bend my knee. Step number 2, I really bend my knee and try and get my tailbone to kind of imagine I'm going to touch that cone. Look how I keep my balance every time. Right? Come out. Cross step again. Back step again, nice and low here. So on step 2, when I back step, here. Right, look how low I get here. Okay? My tailbones, I'm trying to get it to touch that cone. I stick that landing, my heels are off the mat, right? And I want you to control that exit. Okay? So kind of just having that visual cue allows me to get my tailbone down diagonally and even further behind my uke. Okay? If I get nice and low and diagonally behind my uke, when I come up, the throw is very easy. Okay? Second cone. The reason why it's in front of my uke at an angle is that's where I want to look to finish the technique. Okay? So, say I come in, I still think about that diagonal line, I come in the technique, okay? And just for demonstration purposes, okay? I don't want to take Sensei Louis over my head, right? The throw does not exist at 12 o'clock. If that cone is at a time, it's probably around 1 or 2 o'clock. Okay, in this case, 11 o'clock actually, okay? So look, I'm gonna tuck my chin, I'm gonna visually turn my head and look at that clock, okay? With my sleeve hand, I'm gonna guide my uke towards that cone, and lastly, my shoulder is gonna turn towards that cone, okay? If everything's done correctly, the body shape that this uke should take is one that's like a Zempo Kaiten, all right? I'm gonna keep my brother safe, okay? So look, when I come out, put it together. If you're fortunate enough to have a crash pad, specifically by Dolomer, okay, bust this puppy out and use it, okay? A crash pad is a tool that should be used. And we're gonna go over some Morote Seoi Nage tips, okay? So if you notice, I put the crash pad out at that angle here. I'm gonna have my uke take almost like an opposite angle of that crash pad. So a lot of people sometimes have trouble setting up where the uke and where the crash pad could be. This is one of the options I would recommend, okay? So if you look at it here, right, it's almost like an A, right? The crash pad angle starts here. My brother's taking an opposite angle here. And that's gonna allow me to have space to step into the technique and also finish the technique, okay? So try this setup, okay? So here we are. I get my grip, okay? The benefit about having the crash pad here is I could really work on driving and finishing in the same shape of the technique, okay? So what that means is when I come in the throw, right, I could actually tuck my chin, I could use my legs and explode with my whole body at that nice angle. Okay? You can see how my uke kind of took that Zempo Kaiten shape, but I also took that Zempo Kaiten shape. Okay? And that helps me kind of commit, drive, and finish towards that angle of the technique. Okay, so one more time. I come in to throw, I'm ready to finish, right? Tuck your chin and finish that nice angle here. Okay? This specific Nagikomi drill really helps you drive with your whole body towards the finishing angle. Okay? And that angle is at what? 11 o'clock, like the previous cone drill. Okay? So again, when I come in, cross step, back step, tuck your chin, and drive through. If you want to use the crash pad and not roll through to take a Zempo Kaiten, you can still work on the kake and the explosive finish, okay? So I'm still gonna take my grip. I'm gonna come in and really focus on the power of the finishing of the technique. I always tell my students too, keep your hands on your opponent or your uke at the end of the technique. Okay, don't just let them go. Keep your hands on them. So when I come in again, okay, and those are just kind of two things that you could do to incorporate the crash pad to really help your Morote Seoi Nage Nagikomi. I shoot for that back cone. I look at this cone to finish the technique. 1. Okay. A good way to chest, if you have that landing nice and stuck, you should be able to kind of hold this position, maybe count to 3 seconds, ichi ni san, and then get a nice easy throw. You see that? I decided when to leave the uchikomi. I didn't fall out of the uchikomi. Okay? Last one. 1, 2, 3, ichi ni san. Okay? We're developing forward momentum with our uke, and we're making sure that we could control the exit of the uchikomi. Okay? Try those tips. Alright? Keep your hands on the uke at the end. And with these 2 simple cones, you could really add some nice angles into your Morote Seoi Nage. And that's 3 things that you could do to improve your Morote Seoi Nage. Okay? Definitely, it all starts with a good uke, so find the best one in the dojo and utilize them, okay? So again, if you like the content, subscribe down below. Follow at Mustache Lou on Instagram, okay? At Dojo Outfitters. Mahalo. Thank you.